Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Core Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense takes the field. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
What makes him so unique? He has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Ready to fire from the pistol. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
What a terrible, terrible shame. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will have its first possession of the game. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Now, you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
To the air, it's Morrison. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot-tall person. Nearly impossible.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense, 1st and 10 from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. This one's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
To the air, it's Morrison. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Now, a 4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback keeper. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John Football?
Man, John Football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Let's go. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Quarterback checking the play. Bulldozes him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your guys.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going up top on first down. Looking to buy time. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They're working that left side. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range. But now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Morrison. Escapes trouble. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his target down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Got his man down the middle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The inside handoff. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Cowboys are on the move. Off the boot, looking for his man. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
It's now second down.
Second down coming up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Shakes off the defender. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't a... shot there, and now it's fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the left side. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Morrison. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and the returner will be dragged down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He'll ride his man on the option. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to get it on the ground. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The offense will quickly use the timeout. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The play action fake. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Morrison. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds a man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get down in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. And he breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes. Back able to make a cut. 1st down.
Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the route is on. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Line gets set, first down. Oh, he's looking to throw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Morrison. He looks that one in nicely. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Gain of 1. Brings up third.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Aggies are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the toss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He'll pull it on the read. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to...
Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense in an empty set. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabs it in the middle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to pass, it's Morrison. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to pass on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
This time they'll go to the running game. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw, trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. It's still third and goal. Looking for a man. It's Morrison. Pocket starts to collapse. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why?
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Western Kentucky delivered a type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Bowling Green. Thing is, this was a road victory. And a win like this is going to resonate throughout CUSA.
They'll throw it on first down.
The circle
fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because
going for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's got it. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Second down.
The corners are walked up tight. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
At the 46-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
The aerial assault continues. Quickly complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Brings up second down.
To throw, it's Morrison. And that one's incomplete. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. The Cowboys will move the sticks. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He's going to pass. He makes the grab.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Feeling some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Oklahoma State.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Quarterback will audible. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He is smashing people. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third. Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Back to pass, it's Morrison. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Aggies! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Morrison. Fires downfield. Connection to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pressure coming. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Getting some heat. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.